We're going to get started today at the top of our mats in a seated pose. You can begin to ground down through the sit bones, sit up tall, through the spine, roll the shoulder blades down the back. And then take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And take a moment to drop into the body, into the heart space. Acknowledging whatever is there for you today. And just switching gears, going from our life, our everyday movements onto our mat. You can begin to roll down to the back. We're going to hug the knees in towards the chest. You can rock the knees a little forward and back, a little side to side here. Or take some circles with the knees. Just giving yourself a little lower back massage. And then we're slowly going to begin to rock and roll, making our way to a tabletop position. Take your time getting there. And when you get there, take a moment to really align the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Hug the low belly in. You can take the knees or the hips and bump them side to side, a little forward and back. And then we're going to plant the left palm in the center of the mat. Right fingertips reach up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, come onto that right shoulder. You can walk the left fingertips forward and then bring the hips back. So pulling the hips back towards the back of the mat, making as much space from those fingertips to the hips as possible. Inhale through the nose. Exhale to sigh it out through the mouth. One more time, just like that. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. We're just going to switch sides here so you can tippy-toe the fingertips back towards the center of the mat. Right fingertips reach up towards the sky and then switch hands. So right palm comes to the center of the mat. Left fingertips sweep up towards the sky. Exhale to thread the needle, come on to that left shoulder. You can walk the fingertips forward, really pull those hips back. Inhale to send the breath all the way down through the belly button. Feel the diaphragm press down. And then exhale out of the mouth, let something go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale to sigh it out through the mouth. You can walk the fingertips back. We're going to sweep the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale to plant the palm and then walk the fingertips up towards the top of the mat. We're going to really press down through the palms here. Feeling the palms pressing on the earth and then adjust the fingertips to really dig in. You can tuck the back toes and then lift the hips up high, coming into your first downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out the feet here, crack the toes. Imagine the heels reaching down towards the mat, hips are reaching up high, and then broaden through the shoulder blades, through the collarbone. Really dig in with the fingertips. And then slowly we're going to tippy toe those toes towards the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Take a moment to bob up and down here, rock side to side. Paying attention to where the breath is in this moment. Take any movement that you need here. And then inhale, we're coming into a halfway lift. So the palms can be either on the shins, the knees, or the thighs. Reaching through the crown of the head, shoulder blades reaching towards the back of the room. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms kiss. Exhale to cactus the arms, open up through the chest, chin reaching towards the sky. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, plant the palms. We're going to step back, right foot followed by the left, and take a moment to hang out here in a plank. Send the heels back towards the back of the room. Engage the lower belly, and then dome the upper back just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down as slow as you possibly can until you make your way onto your belly. We're going to tuck the elbows in here. Inhale, rise up into a baby cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, tuck the toes. We're reaching it up and back into a downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale, we're going to plant the left foot in the center of the mat. Right toes reach up towards the sky, and then take a few hip circles here. Inhale to straighten the leg. Exhale, step it through. We're coming into a low lunge. So keep that back knee lifted and then rock a little forward and back here. Engage the inner thighs, engage the core. Inhale, reach the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, interlace the fingertips behind the back, open up through the chest. Exhale, slowly begin to bow, coming into a humble warrior. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale, cartwheeling down. We're going to plant the left palm, right fingertips reach up towards the sky. Twist. And then exhale, plant the palm, step it back and flow through your vinyasa. And then we're just going to take it the same thing on the opposite side. So left toes reach up towards the sky. Take a few hip circles here. And then inhale to extend the leg. Exhale to step it on through. Coming into your low lunge. Engage the inner thighs. Engage the core. Inhale, sweep the arms up. High lunge. Exhale to open it up, warrior two. Inhale, interlace the fingertips behind the back, open up through the chest. And then exhale to fold forward, humble warrior, keeping the fingertips interlaced behind the back. Exhale, rise back up. Then we're going to cartwheel on down. Right palm touches the mat, left fingertips reach up towards the sky, twist. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, and flow through your vinyasa. When you get to your downward facing dog, take a moment to check into the breath here. Notice the energy shift that has already taken place. And then begin to tippy toe the toes. We're coming into another forward fold here, but this time we're going to flip the palms up. The toes should step right onto the wrist crease here, coming into a gorilla pose. You can walk the feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart, and then allow the chin to tuck in towards the chest. Reach the hips up high. You can rock side to side. Inhale, we're going to release, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swan dive the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms open. Inhale, reach the arms back up overhead again. Exhale to bring them down by your side. And then we're going to take the left arm to the left hip. And then inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Keep the hips squared towards the front of the room. But exhale, allow that arm to drop behind you. Coming into a little shoulder mobility here. Inhale the arm up and over, making a rainbow shape, flowing through your forward fold. And then roll up one vertebra at a time. We're taking the same thing on the opposite side. So right arm to the right hip. Inhale, left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale to sweep them back behind you. Inhale, up and over, make a rainbow shift, and then flow through your forward fold, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Take a couple shoulder rolls, taking the shoulders up towards the ears and then rolling them down the back. Tuning back into the breath here. You can take one shoulder at a time or both shoulders. You can switch gears going forward and back. And then inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale to dive forward into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step back and flow through your vinyasa. Meet back in downward facing dog. And then we're just going to drop the knees here. We're going to swing the feet around towards the front of the mat, coming into a seated forward fold. So allow the sit bones to really ground down here. This might just be enough for you as is. Or you can reach the fingertips up towards the sky, coming on out of the hips. And then exhale, begin to fold, reaching towards the toes. By no means do we have to get there. The most important thing here is keeping the spine really straight. We don't want any rounding of the back. So it's not really about how far we're folding forward, but more about the motion of leaning forward itself. Inhale, begin to walk it back up. And then exhale, we're going to slowly make our way down to our backs. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. You can rock a little side to side. Reset the spine here. Inhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. And then exhale to send the left arm out. The knees over to the right side, coming into a supine twist. Inhale to send the breath all the way down through the belly button. Exhale, open the mouth, let something go. Take a few more rounds of breath at your own pace. Inhale, we're going to sweep the knees back through center. Take a moment, reset the spine by rocking the knees a little forward and back. Giving the body time to rebound. And then inhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. Exhale, open up that right arm, legs going over to the left. Inhale through the nose. Exhale to sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale, roll it back through center, and then send the legs up towards the sky, coming into a waterfall pose. You can stay here if this is enough stretch for you in the hamstrings, or you can send the hips up high, coming into a quick shoulder stand, allowing the blood to just recirculate from our feet into the rest of the body. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Protect the neck here. If it's in your practice, you can send the toes over top the head, coming into a plow pose or ear pressure pose. Or you can just stay as is. Inhale to send the hips up high once again, and then exhale to roll down one vertebra at a time, making your way onto your back. Allow the feet to drop down towards the mat, and then you can windshield wiper the knees a little side to side, taking any last movements before we come into stillness. Allow the legs to fall out long, arms come down by the sides. Before we drop in here, we're going to take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And just begin to notice any shifts that's taken place from the start of this practice to the end. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Allow the arms to drop by the sides. Soften the brow. Soften the jaw, the cheekbones, the eyes. Allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Savasana, you have arrived. Begin to bring the awareness back into the breath. Fill up through the nose. Exhale one last, sigh it out through the mouth. And then slowly begin to awaken the body by moving the fingertips, cracking the toes. And then keeping the eyes closed, we're going to reach the arms up overhead, point and flex through the toes. Good morning stretch. And then slowly, however you like, make your way back into a seated pose. You can rock and roll. You can roll over to one side. Making our way back into an easy pose where we started practice. Tuck the tailbone in, ground down through the sit bones. Allow the knees to fall really heavy. Inhale through the nose, fill up. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms kiss. Exhale, hands to heart center, bow the head, and thank yourself for showing up, for this short time to make time for yourself, time to check into the body. From my heart to yours, namaste.